And it's the middle of the week. It's hump day. We're live.
Hello.
We got Crystal and we got Arnie.
I've got less than 10 rows, so y'all guys are going to hear squeaking.
So let's see how long it takes for Randy to get in here. See? It didn't take him all that long. He was ready. He was chomping at the bit, ready to get in here to type something.
Yeah, he's waiting on you.
Yeah.
Hi, Randy.
Well, good. What'd you have to do to fix it? Put the screw in there you had loose?
No, that's you.
Hey, I've got a few screws missing. What the hell are you talking about?
I know, and I can't find them.
Hey, Cool Gamer.
Hey, Cool Gamer.
Hey, Gamer. I'll be honest, I'm at the point I don't know if I want to fix them. Because you might actually act right.
Well, threads might be stripped out. Don't know.
What do you mean, might be?
Yeah, they probably are stripped. Probably got cross-threaded to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Either that or, there was no Loctite used.
I knew they put rubber cement in there. Hi, South Smoke.
Yep.
Ah.
Hi, Jim Bob.
Yep. Hey, Jim Bob. But, yeah, right now I was telling Arnie that screw on your pan or the screw that goes up here for me?
Probably his bracket.
Yeah. But anyways, I went up going to the hospital and got my records and everything from you're saying the fan. Okay. But got my medical records from March 16th and then had to go to different area to get the x-rays that day.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. That's done. I just have to take it off.
Yeah. So what I'm wanting to do, and I also sent off a email to the doctor who did the surgery, both of them, the carpal tunnel and the repair. Message off to them. I need my medical records and I want all copies of all x-rays that were taken. And what I want to do is collect all that, which should have been, I know the 17th was one, because that's when one of seeing him. It was actually the very next day. And then I know there was another one taken on the 21st of May. I don't remember the date of when they took. There was another set of x-rays taken. I don't remember if that was in April or in May. I don't remember. But there was at least 3 sets of x-rays that he took. And what I'm wanting to do is take all that with me when I go see the the new doctor on the 29th.
Yeah.
Say, here's all the information dealing with the damage and everything that was done from the 16th all the way up until you took your x-ray. I want you to do a timeline comparison and give me your input on it. Because if she can see the original damage and determine as far as what her the way she would approached it and everything as far as doing the repair. Hey Lewis, I ain't seen you in a while.
Hi, Lewis.
Hey.
But yeah, Lewis, you hadn't seen my boxing mitt, as I'm calling it, from my latest surgery I had done last week. Yeah, tomorrow will be 1 week. So, like I said, I'm wanting to get all that information and see what this new doctor, what she has to say. As far, like I said, if she would have done a different approach as far as doing the repair on the finger. Appreciate it. And unfortunately, I do have a feeling my suspicions, what I think is correct, is the fact that since I've had the surgery, I've not had waking up with the cold sweats, you could say.
Yeah. Oh.
So I got a feeling that, hey, Anfield,
Hello.
oh, Layla's trying to blow you a kiss.
Oh, good Lord,
Yeah,
help.
she got one while I was holding her.
Yeah.
Then she looks up like, it wasn't me.
So, but like I said, I wound up getting all that to her and let her look at all that and
Sassy.
everything.
Sassy cat.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah, today was a very interesting day as far as going back before the judge. You know, because it was what, April or was it May?
May.
I've done a lot of sleeping since then, and I just don't remember. All right, no problem, Mansfield. So, anyways, going to the court and everything, all over all this BS and everything going on, dealing with my mom's car. Okay, I thought I'd asked all the right questions, because like the city never did. They didn't. To me, they didn't have a positive proof the car was inoperable. And I asked them. I said, "Have y'all ever done a mechanical inspection of it?" And no, we're not required to do that. Well, then how do you know it's not inoperable? Just because the vehicle is sitting there, not moving, how do you know it's inoperable? Of course, the biggest problem that I had was, starting on the 13th of March, I had carpal tunnel surgery. Then the 20th, I had repair of the back of the hand. Then at the 24th, had the hernia surgery. Couldn't do anything on the car. There was no way I'll be able to get out there and do anything.
Yeah.
Couldn't work on it. I mean, hell, my hand was bandaged up, so couldn't be able to hold the camera or anything like that while working. Crystal wasn't going to be able to do anything because me trying to explain, everything to her as far as what needs to be done, she wouldn't understand it. But she admitted it.
Nope. That would have been a relationship breaker.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. That no.
Yeah. Because like I said, me trying to explain to her as far as what to do, testing this, that, and the other, no, she would not have.
It's not that I wouldn't have understood. It's that you have your way of explaining things and I have mine, and they cross-reference.
Robert.
Yeah. Hey, Robert.
And when our wires get crossed, it's not a good thing.
Well, no, it's not being crossed. It's the fact of you explain it one way. And, I mean, we can explain the same thing. You have your way of explaining it. And it's totally different than the way I would explain it.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Chris. But yeah, I mean that's the whole thing is. I mean, there's been times when you've been wanting me to build something. I'm going, okay, how am I going to do that? And then I'm literally have to walk her through it to try to have her figure out, okay, how does this get attached? And she goes, I don't know. He's like, never mind.
Hi, Chris.
But anyways, yeah, like I said, they found me guilty and everything. So I had certain time. I had 30 days to get the fine paid. Well, didn't have the money. Told that to the judge, court and everything. Well, they said, well, come back and we'll see about doing a uh,
Indigent.
thank you. That's the word I was trying to think of. To try and figure a way of getting it, because it's over $8,000 is what they're saying.
Yeah.
And there's, trying to figure a way I can get it paid. Well, right now I'm not working because I've had this stuff going on, and everything. I mean, even if I'd taken the FMLA with my hand, I'm still got 2 more weeks. I still would have lost the job because of, having to have a second surgery.
Yep.
So even that, I mean, I still would have been out of work. So anyway, like I said, when I'm going to the judge, and of course, yeah, I had the camera with me, ready to go. Now, mind you, there are no signs or anything in there saying no audio or video recording allowed. There's nothing in there. Judge comes walking in, he goes, everybody rise, stood up. He gets up there, and first thing he says, there will be no audio or video recording in here. I'm going, really? You've never had any problems before, but now you do because of me. Okay. So that's something I need to do an investigation on, whether or not what the judge decided to say that morning without any other notice on the door or anything like that.
And like I told him, it's legal, but it's normally not done unless it's like a high profile murder, rape, or a case involving children.
Right.
That is
now here's the funny thing. When I had to go back beforehand, they didn't have a problem. The only thing is that the bailiff said, just be careful, make sure not to record, capture on video any of the people that could be possible for jury. Didn't have a problem with me recording anything else because I'd already recorded 2 other times.
Yeah.
The judge didn't say anything about no audio or video recording at that time. So it's kind of funny. In fact, I had my camera. It was out in plain sight. And of course, I was first one go before the judge this morning. And he started talking, and asked me a few questions. He said, how much of that have you paid? I said, nothing. I haven't paid any. He said, well, I know we got you on a payment plan. I said, no, you don't. You only gave me 30 days to pay the whole thing in full. Never gave me any kind of payment plan. He starts looking at it, and he starts mumbling, a few other things. I said, and before we go on, I want to exercise my constitutional right, and I'm going to plead the 6th Amendment.
And as soon as he said that, he said, well, have a good day.
Yep. As soon as he heard me say that, that was it. Hey, there's our other Robert.
Hi, Robert.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. As soon as I mentioned the 6th Amendment, he knew he was getting into a can of worms. Decided, okay, we got someone that knows his constitutional rights. And it's like, yeah, they've got it on it. And I said before leaving, I said, yeah, my constitutional right, it guarantees me right of counsel. So I need an attorney that the city has to pay for. So this is going to cost money for the city for them to get me an attorney. Well, it's like, hey, I just tell them, hey, I'm going as fast as I can. It's like, hey, you want this done faster? Give me some help.
Yeah.
And that's not going to happen.
Right.
And this is for the other Robert.
Nunny.
I'm gonna make my own.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like I said, it was. I wish I could have recorded that. I mean, I wasn't even up before the judge 5 minutes. Got called within 5 minutes. We're already walking out the door. It was like he did not want us. Like, okay, yeah. But okay, so it seems that he realizes that they don't realize who they're dealing with.
Yeah, Robert, I would have said, I'm moving as fast as I can. You want me to go faster? Pay me more money.
Yeah.
I did that in front of a district manager, and they said, what? I was like, I'm barely making above minimum. You want me to run all over this store? No.
So, like I said, that was. I wish I could have got, that on camera and everything. Just the look on his face when I said that, and it's like he was basically I was like, oh crap. I mean, like I said, that definitely would have been worth, that one picture would have been definitely worth it.
Yeah.
It's like, what's that one saying? At that moment, he knew he screwed up. I think that's the one thing the city is going to find out is their control is not what it needs to be. And the way I look at it is the city is basically just wanting to get all the, as they say, the riffraff out where, you've got the upstanding, citizens that make X amount of money. That's all they want in the city. They're going to try and find a way to get rid of the, I guess you could say, the low life or low income.
Yeah.
Or they're just going to try and find a way to get rid of people, get them out of the city.
And they are going to do it legally.
And like I said, they want to do it legally. Well, that's fine. Let's do it the legal way. Let's do it by what the Constitution of the United States wrote. And it's giving me my constitutional rights. Yeah, it's true, Robert. And like I said, they have to pay for it. So it's going to cost them money and no telling, how much it's going to cost them. And I'm going to make sure that once I get one, I'm going to make sure I get my full money's worth out. Plain and simple. Because like I said, I brought that one thing up before the code, the code enforcement supervisor. I read up on there as far as a inoperable vehicle, as far as everything that had, was wrong and everything. As far as here's what you need to do to correct it. Very first thing is show them that it can move under its own power. Boom! I've already done that. I've got the video. It's up here on the channel. Yeah, that car can move under its own power. It'll start up, run, not a problem.
Mm.
But it's also kind of funny is that, like I say, what was it? Just a few days after we had that meeting with him, that all of a sudden we got, Wendy, the court administrator. Oh, well, yeah, well, the judge decided that, he wants to have a meeting with you. But it's kind of funny, a few days before all that. Oh, no, you've only got X amount of days to get this thing paid.
Yeah, and we found out today he had another extension from until August 8th.
Yeah.
Which we were not notified of. And I called on that. I called to find out what was going on. I said, well, we have a problem with the mail system because from December on out, we've only gotten one piece of mail from the city of Ennis that does not concern the water bill. And she pulled it up on the computer while I was on the phone with her. Hi, Flo Mama Bear.
Hey, Mama.
Hey, Mama Bear. Doing pretty good. I don't know if you heard or not, but yeah, I had to go to court today because of all this BS going on with the city and my mom's car. They hit me up with, what was it, 5 or 6 different violations.
5 on the car.
Yeah, like 5 on the car. And that's something else because one of those citations I wound up getting, remember, that was for that chair that was out front that I took care of because they said, and it's on the video, I got it reduced down, because they didn't like the chair that was sitting outside. Unattended.
Which had been there for 3 years.
Yeah. Chair had been there, for that damn long. They decided finally, all right, Lewis, you have a good evening. Appreciate you coming in.
Not Lewis.
And Lewis.
But, I had to go back before the judge today, and I flat out told him, we were talking and everything. I said, before we go any further, I'm going to use my constitutional right, and I'm going to plead the 6th Amendment. He goes, all right, thank you. You have a nice day. And that was it. It's like, as soon as he heard that, hey, there's our other crazy Canadian. How you doing, Uncle Mark?
Hi, Uncle Mark.
Uncle Mark.
Yeah.
How's that cold weather up north?
And the head of the code enforcement has admitted that what Ennis is called a home rule city. So it is a legal HOA.
Yeah. He already admitted, Ennis was basically an HOA.
Yeah, the entire town. Nope. Look up your city, wherever it is, and see if it is what is called a home rule city. If it is, then the entire city is an HOA.
Yeah, because Mama Bear, no, there was what was going on, what was happening is 3 years ago. You know, of course, at that time I had my different job. I was working for that spray painting company. Had some good money coming in because I was making good money. Because in fact I was getting. I don't think there was ever. Did I ever have a week I didn't have overtime?
No, because you were there till 5 o'clock most days, and you started at like 6 in the morning.
No, I was starting at 7:30, but I wasn't getting off work till 6:30, 7 o'clock at night.
Yeah.
But anyways, my truck. Now, mind you, it was this was a 17 Ram 1500 quad cab. Making the payments on it. Both the motorcycles. My car. My mom's car. And it's like I'm paying insurance on the truck, my car, both motorcycles. My mom's car was her own insurance. Title's in her name. Everything was in her name. And like Crystal and I discussed, it's like, why should we keep paying for the insurance on her car if it's not being driven?
Yeah.
So we just let the insurance lapse on it, let the tags and everything lapse. And then, of course, I, having the health issues, lost that job, lost the truck, lost the trike. Both those got repoed. But then last year they decided, oh, well, because the car is got expired tags on it, it's an inoperable vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
And they kept telling, no, it's not inoperable. Car can drive under its own power. Because right before the tags had expired, Crystal drove it up to Oklahoma and back.
Yeah, we had to add me to the insurance just so I could drive it. Because if you're not on the insurance, you don't need to drive it.
Right. So, yeah, so like I said, she was put on there and she drove it up there and drove it back. Not a single problem whatsoever. Just parked it.
Yep.
And then last year, because tags are expired, well, the vehicle hadn't been moved. It's like, is there a law requiring me to drive the vehicle? It's like, I'm not required to. It's sitting in the driveway on private property. I can understand if it was parked out on the street, or anywhere else on city property, but it's not. It's sitting on private property. And they kept hitting me up with it and everything. I was been doing some tree trimming, which I've done the videos on. And I was stacking that kind of stuff up on the trailer. Yep. And so they were complaining about tree limbs and other debris and everything being on the trailer. I'm going, excuse me, but that's where I'm basically doing my staging area to get this stuff, the big stuff cut and put over there. And then, as I can, I'm getting it, putting the garbage, can. And then on top of that, the neighbor, they had a chain link fence that went all the way from my wooden fence all the way up to the front. They took all that down, and there was a lot of vines, stuff like that. And they asked if they could put it on the trailer. Sure. And I'll be glad to get it all cut up, and I'll be putting it in the trash can to go up with the regular garbage. I was doing a little bit here and there. They complained about that. I got a violation on that. 3 different ones on that? It's like, I'm getting rid of the stuff. I've got so much here, it takes a while to get rid of.
And they don't care.
Right. It was like they didn't care. And of course now I'd gone to get some of those well, it was 16 by 16, I think about 4-inch patio pavers, because we got the driveway on the other side. As it comes up before the sidewalk, it's got a little bit of a dip. I was going to say about getting that kind of dug out, put those pavers in there. Well, never got a chance to get around to it. Oh, you got building materials sitting outside. What's up, Briggs? Oh, no, I can't cover them with a car cover. They have to be basically in a building out of sight. Is the way they're putting it. Yeah, it's like a car cover will not, take care of it. So, like I said, they've been doing, well, like I said, since, March 13th, I had 3 different, surgeries. I couldn't get out there physically work on the car. I still had my hands still wrapped up, when I had to go to court back in May. Because I hadn't even been to the doctor yet for the last x-ray. And was still on a splint and all that kind of stuff. And see, and that's not right. I mean, what you've got on your own property, that to me, that's none of the city's damn business.
Yeah, I actually talked to someone in the police department. He said he lived in Oregon and he got a fine for his above ground pool that was in his backyard. They had 6-foot privacy fence and everything. He got the fine for drones. And Scott, we are in what is called a home rule city. A home rule city is a glorified name for the entire city as an HOA.
Yeah.
So that's what we are having to deal with.
Yeah.
But I mean, like I said, it's all this dealing with, my mom's car. Like I said, I could not physically get out there and do anything. Couldn't do the video showing, hey, it can move under its own power. That video, what a lot of people don't realize is, I was taking, I had the Tylenol 3, and
had you been off property, you would have been arrested for driving under the influence.
Yeah, I would definitely have been, DUI. Not only DUI, but also driving without insurance and expired tax is what they would have gotten me. But
exactly, Uncle Mark. But it's the entire city of Ennis is an HOA.
Yeah, and that actually came from the supervisor for code enforcement. He actually said it.
Yep.
Unfortunately, I did not record that conversation.
No, and I went in and looked at it and looked it up, and yeah.
And I did wind up playing him the video that's on the channel and everything, showing the car moving under its own power. But like I said, mind you, I had at that time 3 different prescription pain medicines.
Yeah.
I know I had the Tylenol 3. There was another one I was given, prescribed from the hospital on the 16th. And then there was a third one I was prescribed on the 20th. I can't remember if I was prescribed one when I had the hernia surgery or not.
Had the what?
Hernia surgery.
No, because you were still on the others.
Okay. So I had 3 different prescriptions, and I had not taken them because I really wasn't in that much pain. I mean, I had been at times, but 2 days, after having to be in court, I said, and I know, a couple of years, I decided to say, fuck it, and I took all 3 of them. And I wound up waiting about an hour and a half afterwards. I kind of stumbled out there. It's like, okay, got the key and everything, went out there, started the car up. I did find out there was a fuse that was missing. That was all the main reason why I didn't want to start. Just a little 20 amp fuse. Fuse put in there, it started up, and it ran a little rough and everything at first because I hadn't been running a while. I had to get those fuel injectors. Yeah, no, PG-13.
Yeah.
Right now, I really don't care. Anyway, like I said, I wanted to record that video. I'd already taken all 3 of those pain relievers. Every now and then. And that's why I said wipe your sensitive ears. But yeah, I wound up getting out there, I hit the record, I got in the car, started the recording and everything. And yeah, I know the windshield's dirty because I'm sitting underneath the tree and everything the whole time. I backed it out, drove it out, actually drove on through the front yard that's between the sidewalk and the street. That's where I drove.
Yeah.
Right up into the other driveway. I got out. I showed the car and moved under its own power.
No, Scott.
I'll be right back. Mother Nature's calling.
Well, shoot.
I've had.
Okay, well, hurry up because I'm sending Susie over, and then I've got to deal with lasagna. Scott, the entire city being HOA is the property taxes and everything that we pay. It's just basically there. While you stay in the city, their rules apply. Once you go to county, that overrides it. But when you're in city, it doesn't. If you look up Home Rule City, it says it's an independent city with their own charter and laws and yada yada yada. But it boils down to being an HOA. And it was confirmed by the code enforcement supervisor. Yeah, and we don't pay a lot of property taxes because his parents, when they bought the place, they actually had a small garden and they had chickens. So it is a homestead, and discounted taxes for homesteading, plus his mother is because of her age, it's she gets discounts on it. So we don't pay for what the property's worth. The taxes are a drop in the bucket. So
All right, bladder feels better.
good. Your bladder feels better. I'm going to go deal with the lasagna.
All right.
Ooh, maybe.
Hey, DC, how you doing?
Hey, DC.
Yeah, and I bet you would, Uncle Mark. Hey, DC, there's my hand after another surgery I've had to go through and everything. And unfortunately, the only bad news about it is, fact is that I went up losing the job working for the cabinet maker. Because of everything that's happened because of it. Well, Randy, I'll point this. If I lived outside the city limits, they couldn't say crap about anything. I could have grass 3 foot tall out in the country. They ain't gonna say nothing. I've got to. The doctor had to go in. I was still having the problems with the hand. Back in May on the 21st, I had the doctor do an X-ray of it, and it looked like a cat's claw right there at the joint. And I could feel a little bump on the inside of my finger, plus the finger was curved over right there at that joint. So anyways, it's like, this ain't right. I mean, with the therapy I was having, I wasn't feeling it in the very back of the hand. I was always feeling the most pain right there at that joint, especially when they're trying to bend the finger at the joint. And it's like, that was very excruciating pain. And anyways, I wound up started running a fever. Had to go to the ER, and they did all the blood work, and of course they were thinking maybe my appendix. But nope, but your white blood cell count was high, or it was elevated. So they were saying, yeah, I definitely had an infection going on. So I had basically a viral and a bacterial infection going on at the same time. So anyways, I wound up getting finding a orthopedic hand doctor. Got in there, talked to her, very nice, listened to what Crystal and I were saying, and I told her about the little bump on the inside of my finger. She felt it. I said, I think that's that bone fragment that looks like a cat's claw, that the point of it is right there at the side of my skin. She took, within 2 seconds of that first x-ray, she goes, oh, I see the problem. That bone fragment has rotated. And it's like, yeah, we need to get in there and get that fixed. The only problem is, she said, got 2 options. And the first option was probably going to be the more viable. Basically go in there and do like some kind of a bone graft or something like that. Fuse that joint or it will never bend. Because she said that as long as it's bent, there's no that the bone marrow that's in that joint and everything is still viable. You could do all that, go in there and put some kind of metal plate and everything in, secure it, but there's no telling if that would solve the problem.
Yeah. Uncle Mark, I would let you help if you were close enough.
He'd have to get a passport, remember?
I said if he was close enough.
I know. But he's going to have to fight me over the lasagna.
There's plenty of extra, sweetie.
As hungry as I am, there might not be. But, yeah, so like I said, this new doctor and everything got in and, last Thursday got me in to have the surgery done. So right now, what I'm in the process of doing is getting all my medical records and all the X-rays. I already got them from the hospital from the 16th when I cut the back of the hand, and now I'm working trying to get with orthopedic to get all that from them. So I want to take all that. That way she can look at it and make sure that that way she can it's documented as far as how the bone fragments basically had migrated and everything.
Yeah.
Ooh, pardon me.
Because I mean, they would have seen the same thing on the 21st of May that she saw like what 2-3 weeks later,
Yeah.
and to them that should have been a red flag. She knew within an instant, oh, there's a problem. Oh, they didn't see it, or they didn't want to see it.
More than likely, it's the want to, because then that would have cost them more money.
Yeah, because that means they would have had to gone in to fix a problem that got screwed up to begin with. So right now I got to go back on the 29th. I got 11 o'clock appointment. So we're going to have to leave here about 10 o'clock in the morning. And everything. But I do have the CD-ROM from the hospital of the X-rays that they took, and then also all the written stuff that was the diagnosis and everything. So I've got all that. So like I said, I'm going to take all that with me to the doctor on the 29th. It's like, here, look at it, and you tell me. You can see the progression through the X-rays.
Yep. Randy, it's store-bought. I will admit. I can make it from scratch. Nah.
Yeah.
It's cheap. It's almost cheaper for me to just go ahead and pay the less than $20 for Stouffer's.
Yeah. Yeah, just make sure it's not burnt. Church did was on it a couple weeks ago and it was burnt.
No, this is you stick it in the oven to cook it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
So
what too.
it shouldn't have been burnt unless there was something wrong on your end.
Yeah. Two things would have gotten it burnt: too high a temperature, too long in the oven.
Yep.
Yeah, it was probably too long in the oven.
Yeah, I just put ours back in there for the basically to melt the
who
cheese.
did something wrong? I hear sirens.
I didn't do it.
Who's been a naughty person? Probably Randy.
Oh, you know he's going to deny that.
I know, deny.
Yeah, denial is not just a river in Egypt.
Yeah. So. Oh, well, Mama Bear saying Lydia did it. Okay. Oh, in D.C., like I said, I had to go before that judge earlier today.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that I wish I had a way of getting that on video. The look on that. Hey, Tommy. The look on that judge's face when I told him, you know, I'm using my constitutional right and I'm pleading the Sixth Amendment. And as soon as I said it, he goes, "Thank you. You have a nice day. We're done." So,
yep.
Yeah. So that means the city's got to pay for me having an attorney. That's going to cost them some money. And I'm going to make them pay for it too. Big time. They want to try and get over $8,000 from me? Nope. They're fixing to find out. Yeah, it's probably going to cost them about $15,000.
Especially when 5 of it is for a vehicle you don't own.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing. I don't even own the vehicle.
No, by don't own is they're saying it's a Chrysler Stratus or a Dodge Stratus. There's never been, as far as you've said, there's never been either one of those vehicles registered to this address.
No. Yeah, that's the whole thing is they're trying to say is one thing. I've told him, hey, it's not what he's got down there. You tell me now, how many times is it that you're going down the road in your car, officer pulls you over and says, oh, well, he wound up, didn't use the turn signal or ran a stop sign. I've seen videos on YouTube. This guy he had a dash cam. So he came to a complete stop. The officer said, oh, you ran that stop sign back there. And he took it to court, showed him the video, dismissed. But the fact is, if there's any information not correct on the citation, it should be an automatic dismissal because everything on that has to be 100% accurate. Our code violation guy never could get anything correct. He's going off the tag on it too. So he would have had all that information saying who the vehicle owner and everything is. I try to say I'm the vehicle owner. State of Texas didn't show me owning the vehicle. State of Texas and the county, the Ellis County, they don't even show me being the property owner. So they're all sending all this information to the property owner. To me, I don't own the property. It's not my name. Legally and technically, it still belongs to all this still belongs to my mom. I'm just a resident, like Crystal.
Yep. And I'm waiting to go into court with him and help him one day, and the judge opens his mouth and tries to make me responsible.
Hey, Randy, hush. Bite your tongue on that. Don't give him any ideas. But yeah, I mean, I'm going to have fun with the city on this because, like I said, I can't wait to get with the attorney and give them all the information, show them all the videos I've been documenting on this. Because I've got the video documented, hey, I'm putting all these tree limbs and stuff like that in the garbage can. Of course, it's been kind of hard when I can't physically get out and do any stuff. Especially after having the hernia surgery when the doctor said, don't lift anything over 10 pounds. If it's more than a gallon of milk, don't pick it up. Otherwise, you're going to rip the stitches and be right back in. And of course, okay, fine. I can show them the live stream from the 24th of March. I shut it down early because I thought when I had that cough and everything, it felt like I ripped one of them stitches.
Yep.
I shut the live stream down early. I went inside. I laid down. I took a couple of those pain pills. And by a couple hours later, I was out.
Yeah.
I was like, really? You really want me out there doing yard work and all this other stuff when I'm under doctor's orders not to do it?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was talking to the bailiff today, and I was like, yeah, and he's under doctor's orders not to remove it or basically do anything until the end of the month.
Yeah.
About his hand.
And according to the doctor, when she wound up doing the surgery, because we'd asked her, a few questions, and she's saying that if therapy can't fix the middle finger, that means I have to go in for another surgery to fix that.
Yep.
So it's a possibility I might have to have another surgery on my hand. And right now, I would love to see the city send me a violation on the motorcycle for expired tax, saying it's inoperable. Well, I'm going to admit, no, I don't have the tags up to date. Insurance is still up to date.
Yeah, but Randy, he wouldn't have the maneuverability because the scar tissue is pulling at it. That's why they would need another surgery.
Yeah, because right now, Randy, on my left hand, okay, you can see how the fact is that the ring finger I can't have come up. This is how high up I can have my ring finger go. That's because I had the tendon on the ring finger and the middle finger cut years ago. So yeah, that's it. So with that middle finger on my right hand, that's about as high up as I can have it come up. So I should be able to do that with it. Nope. So that's why she's saying probably have to go in there for another surgery to go in there and cut that scar tissue and everything loose from the back of my skin. But of course, that's going to be a while. But like I said, yeah, I'd love to have the city try and send me, like I said, Nathan, send me a violation on my motorcycle saying it's in an inoperable vehicle, and then they'd be wanting to take me to court and everything over that, and they're going, do you have any video proof it can move under its own power? No, I don't, because I physically cannot operate it because the right hand operates the throttle and the brake, the front brake on it. With my hand, I would not be able to physically be able to operate, the bike.
Yeah.
Now, the only way to do that is if I had someone that I know, personally know, come over that, knows how to ride a motorcycle, which I've got a few people I could probably contact. I could probably have them come over, start the bike up, and, move it, and me videotaping it. I'm not going to do that because I physically cannot do it.
Oh, I know a way to get to, if they do that on the motorcycle, I know exactly how to do it, and it's perfectly legal, and it will make the judge swallow his tail.
Oh, it'd make Nathan want to do that.
No.
What's that? Just get it moved back and forth on the sidewalk?
Nope.
What's that?
I go visit some people and see if one of them wants to use the motorcycle for just a few minutes to go around the block.
Well, like I said, I could do the same thing.
Yeah, but are yours law enforcement?
No, mine are. Yeah, well, like I said, the ones that I know are all in the motorcycle community. Hey, Woody.
Hi, Woody. No. I go down to the City of Venice Police and say, "Hey,
Oh,
I need
yeah.
to borrow a police officer with a motorcycle license." Or,
No.
all right, bye, Mark.
Have a good evening, Mark. I got a better one. How about the guy that works for the city code, buildings inspector? He happens to have a motorcycle endorsement.
If you can talk him into it.
Yeah, I know the guy. I could go over there and talk to him. It's like, hey, Woody, no, hey, there's Mr. Bill.
Hey, Bill.
Oh.
And I got to step out because y'all guys heard that bell. That is lasagna.
Go. Anyways, yeah, I won't have to go to court today because they fined me last month for, on the car and everything. So I had to go before the judge to figure out how to get the fines and over $8,000 paid. They're talking about it, wondering if I pay anything. Nope. And talking about the payment, plan. But I was never given one. I flat out told them, before we go any further, I'm going to use my, go with my constitutional right, and I'm going to plead the Sixth Amendment. As soon as he heard me say that, he flat out just looked at me and said, all right, thank you. You have a nice day. We're done. And that Sixth Amendment means that I have the right to an attorney that's appointed by the court. So guess how much that's all going to cost them? Especially when attorneys are about $300 an hour, and I could probably go for about 10 hours with an attorney. 10, 12 hours at least. And that's getting billed to the city. Oh, and Woody, that's not the bad part. The bad part, y'all seen my videos, me being in the same courtroom for the two different prosecutors. He goes, there's no signs on the doors or anything. He said there'll be no audio or video recording allowed. Because I had the camera with me.
And even though the city's paying for the attorney, later on they could turn around and send you the bill for it.
No, because, if it wanted going back before the judge with all this and being found not guilty, I don't have to pay for it. I ain't got to pay nothing. The city's got to pay for it all. But yeah, it's, and of course right now, like I said, I'm trying to get, all my medical records, and all the x-rays dealing with the hand. So I can take all that to the doctor on the 29th. All right. You have a good night, Randy. Appreciate you being here.
Randy.
So that way the new doctor and everything can take a look at all the x-rays and see a timeline all the way up until hers to see how the hand was doing as far as the bone fragments. Someone got the hiccups. But yeah, like I said, I definitely want to. I'm definitely wanting to bring all this to the city. I'm tired of all their BS. Especially, like I say, when they're trying to say that it's getting hollered for dinner. Be right back. Got my dinner. But like I said, it's all the fact that dealing with all, like I said, the city's trying to say that they're an HOA. And this came from the head code compliance guy. All right. This came out of the oven. I'm going to let it cool off for a little bit before I start eating on it.
Just a little hot.
Yeah. I mean, I'm liking the steam still coming off of it.
I have no idea.
But, yeah, like I said,
Night, Randy.
I don't think the city's realizing what can of worms that they've opened up and what kind of a big pile of dog crap they've stepped into. One thing I can hear right now is that one line from Deadpool. This shit's got nuts in it.
Ooh, pardon.
What was the other one? Oh, they better start wearing their brown pants. That's on Arnie's end doing something.
Yeah.
Yeah, my speaker's shutting down.
I'm set back from the keyboard, so.
Yeah. But like I said, hopefully everything, starts, dropping in line and dominoes start falling like the way they should be. Oh, Woody, if he hadn't said no audio or video recording, you would have seen it because I was going to videotape. Sweetie, what was the look on his face when I said that to him?
Looks like he got slapped.
Yeah, he didn't like that. He didn't like the fact that someone seemed to be smarter than him. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I'm definitely smarter than a fifth grader. Woody, like I said, you would love to have been there. I mean, I wish like hell, and the bad part is I do need to find out if what the judge said right before I got called, because I was the first one to get called up there. I need to find out if what he wound up saying was legal.
What about the video recording?
The audio and video recording, because there's no placards or anything on any of the doors saying no audio video recording allowed. The simple fact is it's not a closed off room. It's not private. And I mean, I do have the First Amendment right. I should have said, oh, Your Honor, before we go, I just want to let you know I'm going to audio and video record this because that's my First Amendment right to videotape my public appointed employees doing their job.
Yeah. And
this room is, open to the public.
Mm-hmm.
It's not sealed off where it's just, behind closed doors. No, anybody and everybody can come. The public can come in. And I got public back here. You can see and hear everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Of course, it didn't help that the lady that was there before us didn't bother to stand up when he walked in the room.
Yeah.
Do you have a spare phone at all?
I'll be honest, I tried, it didn't capture, so I deleted.
Yeah. Mimi. Hey, Roadrunner.
Hi, Roadrunner. But I also had to have it in my bag, and I couldn't get up. And I know the bailiff knew I was doing it too, but I didn't care.
Well, it would have been perfect if I had one. That's something I guess I'm going to have to find out about. Is it looks like a pen, but it is a camera that can record, not only audio but also video. But it looks like a pen in your pocket.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Now I'm gonna go over here.
Sometimes I use my old phone to record stuff.
Ah.
What?
Okay. I found one.
Yeah, it didn't take you long, did it?
That's what I'm talking about. That little thing right there.
Mm-hmm.
It's an actual pen, but it's got a camera that. Oh yeah, it's also a. It will record audio and video. Okay, so I guess that's something I'll have to see about. And that's not a bad price.
No.
How much is it?
$30.
No, that's not bad.
No.
9% off.
Yeah, and it actually does have. It's an actual pen. It will actually write.
Yeah. They have to be functional for their normal functions in order to be able to pass.
Right.
Yeah,
I mean, there was that one. Right. I mean, like I said, there was that one. They got another one on here. It's like $34, basically the same thing. Oh no. No. $59. No.
No. Hey, Scott.
Hey, how's it going, Shade Tree?
Ah, shoot.
How you doing? So yeah, I mean that's. Yeah, I mean they got them for like $30. I mean this is at 1080. So like, yeah, okay, I can deal with that. It looks like it comes with extra refills for the pen itself.
Mm-hmm. Your cube.
There's even plug adapters that they look like a regular cell phone adapter, but they have a camera in them.
Yep.
I've seen this too.
So now if I had one of those sitting in my pocket and everything was on, as long as it didn't have a light on it.
Oops.
And Randy missed it. Randy wasn't believing he missed it. He was talking about that earlier. He missed it. But yeah, hey, Shade Tree, yeah, I don't know if you heard or not, but I had to go back in for a third operation on my hand, and possibility of a fourth one. And that was like last Thursday when I had to have that done. Yeah. Hey, Mike.
Hey, 3Bs.
Try to show you, but this one's got motion detection and everything.
3B's in here. Long time no see. Yeah.
I thought he was in last week.
Was he?
Mm.
Hey, I've slept since then. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, Arnie might need to.
Hi, Mike.
But yeah, like I said, had this, and then of course we had that fun with the yeah, that's something I saw there on Amazon. They go before the judge and everything, and as soon as I wound up telling him I'm go with my constitutional right and plead the Sixth Amendment, that's where all the blood drained right out of his face, and it's like someone had slapped him, gotten into the boxing ring with Mike Tyson and got punched in the face. And it's like, as soon as he heard that and everything, oh, thank you. Have a nice day. We're done. Like I said, this is going to be so much fun. I'm definitely going to have to see about. I need to find out if it's legal as far as what the judge said. As far as no audio or video recording. Now, when I had to go for the other one, where that the credit company, collections company, where they were suing me. Now on the door, it was a shut door, and the only way you get in was if that door was shut and you were on the outside, the bailiff had to open up the door for you. You could not open up the door. But on the outside, it did say no audio, video recording allowed inside. Here in Ennis, for what I had today, nope, none of that was out there. Of course, they may wind up changing that now.
It's done.
So, yeah, I mean, it's going to be fun seeing how the city now wants to start handling all this, because now they've gotten their hand caught in the cookie jar. They FAFO, and they're stepping in a big pile of dog crap. That's all there is to it. If the city don't like it, tough, because hey, it's my First Amendment right. Hey, Dennis.
Hi, Dennis.
Hey, Dennis.
I made a crustless cheesecake.
Oh, yum.
We got lasagna, and that's the two things that Garfield likes: cheesecake and lasagna. Not together though.
Yeah, and we don't have an orange cat.
Nope.
Come to think of it, is the other one in by you? The outdoor cat?
Do what?
It's the other cat in by Mater, the outdoor one?
Little bit. No, she's not been hiding out close to him or not.
No. She don't even like coming in the garage.
She's found a cool spot.
Yeah.
with, I mean, it says it's 94 out right now, so she found her spot and she's hiding.
It's saying cool. Yeah.
And he'll have to feed her tonight.
Now I've already given her some earlier today. So yeah, I'll have to give her something else for the evening. Yeah, Dennis. Yeah, I wish you could have been there to see the blood drain from that judge's face when I told him, you know, I'm going after my constitutional rights and I'm going to plead the Sixth Amendment. He definitely got one hell of a gut shot to him. I shut him down just like that. Oh.
Mhm.
All that rain, all the storms that we had now, it's all going up north because Arnie was saying he was under tornado. Was it tornado watch?
Tornado watch.
Mm.
Yeah. And then Randy, he was saying that where she's up there in Pennsylvania, he was having bad storms up there.
Temperature dropped. It went from 90 to 76.
Mm. That's kind of good, but lucky duck.
Yeah. We're talking about, you know, rain and stuff like that. I've seen, you know, I was watching some videos earlier. It was about all these TikTok influencers and other social media influencers talking about, you know, the flooding and everything that happened here in Texas on the 4th. And talking about how, well, all these people would not have, you know, perished if Trump hadn't, you know, done away with the funding for NOAA and the National Weather System. No, that had nothing to do with it.
Blue dot is where I am.
Yeah, I see that. Because National Weather Service, the center that is down in that area, they've already admitted that normally, you know, if it's clear weather, stuff like that, they might have 2 people in the call center. Thursday night, they had 5 people in there monitoring all this. Okay?
And sending out
Sending out the warnings. I mean, everything. You had a sheriff, you know, you had several people go. Basically, there was no way of having the warning when the Guadalupe River rose 26 feet in 45 minutes.
Yeah.
45
and also
minutes.
they were in areas that had bad cell reception.
Yep.
Yeah.
And on top of that, one guy he showed the documentation from Camp Mystic. I can't remember, it was page 4 or 5, and it was showing like all the stuff that's prohibited. Cell phones, tablets, smartwatches are not allowed by campers. So, and we're talking about, 7, 8, 9-year-old girls out there. They're not allowed to bring any of that stuff with them. It's supposed to be their getaway. It's like a vacation. And on top of that, a lot of people are not saying it. It was costing the parents $10,000 per child for them to be there.
Wow.
I don't know about you, but I ain't got that kind of hen scratch to lay down.
No.
Even if I did have that kind of hand scratch, I don't think I'd be putting it down like that.
Yeah, shade tree. Yeah. It's all. And one guy, he actually documented exactly how it all happened. Okay. You've got all these little streams and creeks and everything, all these little tributaries that feed into the Guadalupe. You've got the Guadalupe, but you've got all these other little, tributaries that feed into it. And in that area of the hill country, so you've got all this rain that had been brought in from a tropical storm that came up through Mexico and brought all this moisture with it.
Mm-hmm.
And then there was a low pressure system that happened to be right there, just hovering. So it basically just, you got that storm, that tropical depression, whatever, it just came up and it met the that low pressure system and it just dumped. And they all said basically a month's worth of rain within 24 hours. Ground was getting so saturated it could not absorb it. All those little tributaries, they just fed what they could and all the runoff right into the Guadalupe, and then boom, it just got overwhelmed. There was one guy, he showed a picture of what the same bridge they were showing. They showed it 24 hours prior. Okay? All that water just covering everything. Everything flooded.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But everybody's talking, well, these white girls, they deserved it. No, they didn't deserve it.
And no, it's not because of what their parents' politics were.
Right.
It's not because of their color.
Right. It doesn't do with their color, their race, anything. I was like, so you don't want to talk about the Hispanic family that was in an RV that they lost their lives and now their Hispanic kids have got to grow up without parents? Why don't you start calling the kettle what color it really is? And right now, I'm about that close to getting a TikTok account and everything going. Start doing the same damn thing as all these other stupid idiots out there.
No, because they're the ones that are idiots. Let them be. Because the doctor in Houston, the pediatrician in Houston that got fired from her job and may lose her medical license.
Yep.
And may be banned from ever getting another medical license. She's backtracking.
Yep.
She said that they deserved it because of their parents' politics.
Yeah. Oh, and of course you've got that
Sadie something.
Yeah, Sadie something. And her better half, I don't know if it's husband, whatever, is a minister at a church. Okay. She's black, he's white. And she's saying all these little white girls deserved to die.
And she said, I said it. She said that the white girls deserve to die, and there I said it, I'm racist. She put it out there.
Yeah, she put it out there on TikTok.
And she was removed from her job.
And now they're getting a lot of backlash at the church.
Yeah, I don't know on that end because I have not. I saw that TikTok where she said that there I put it out there, and then a couple of days later it popped up that she had been removed. I went and made sure on that that the information was correct, or I would not have said it.
Yep.
And yeah.
And she is not the only one. I mean, there's videos out there.
And I've been able to find 3 One of them is a guy. He looks to be about a 30-ish, between 25 and 35-year-old white guy. Hey, Susie. Yes, Sadie has made a GoFundMe for herself, and I don't know.
If I want to understand, there's been, don't know the exact number of people, but so far, they've lost their mind and so far have donated like $500.
Yeah, I haven't. I'm actually on the GoFundMe site, so.
But I will put it like this. If you look at all the other organizations, you've got, well, you got the Dallas Cowboys and the Houston Texans. They've already donated $150 million, for all this.
Hi, Susan.
And from what I understand, you even got Patrick Mahomes from the Chiefs coming down to help out.
Yeah. Oh, I cannot find that GoFundMe.
Oh, was it taken down?
I have no idea. What is her last name? I know it starts with a P.
I'm going to say Perkins. I don't know off the top of my head.
Scott, I believe she will get what she deserves. Now, how she gets it, I don't know.
All right, so it is Perkins. Oh yeah, and by the way,
Bill.
she also has a criminal record, and supposedly she's got a discharge from being an Army Ranger.
I cannot find Sadie Perkins on GoFundMe. Okay,
that might have gotten taken down, which is good.
Let me go in a different way and see if I can find it.
Yeah. Yeah, and yeah, Shay True, I agree. I mean, how can you, to her, you've got your better half being the, preacher at the church, and you're saying all this stuff. That's not being a Christian.
No.
And from going off something like that. Now, good example. Okay, I know Crystal will remember it. There was that time I went up going to Sonic to get something, and I had a problem with this one girl that decided that she needed to exit out the entrance. I wasn't recording it. And I told her you're going the wrong way. She goes, "Who cares? It's just effing Sonic."
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I was asked politely to take that down off the channel. It's like, that's not what a religious person should be doing. It was put to me in a way, it's like, yeah, that does not look good on someone dealing with a religious organization.
Oh.
I took it down.
No. Okay, this is from the New York Post, and this was on July 10th. Critics of ex-Houston official who raged at flooded Texas camp for being white only donate to fundraiser just to express outrage. The former Houston mayoral appointee who raged at a Texas girls' camp for being white only has been humiliated on a fundraising page, with many only paying the smallest amount. So the least you can do on GoFundMe, I believe, is either $1 or $5,
Okay.
so that they can leave abusive messages. Because when you make a donation, you can leave a message.
Right.
She condemned Camp Mystic in an ill-timed rant hours after dozens of people died in a flash flood on Friday, speaking of July 4th. She asked people to donate on the page for protection, legal support, and recovery. It states she needs money to help recovering from reputational and emotional harm she is enduring.
She done it to herself.
Some people say that she is being publicly targeted for telling the truth. Yeah, that one I don't believe.
Whose truth?
That's the thing. It's her truth, not that.
Yeah, right. It's not the actual truth. Yeah. And there was even a couple of meteorologists.
Yeah.
One is actually down in the Houston area. He's going, there was no way to have stopped or prevented it. Not, with all the conditions that were going on.
Yeah, it says one of them dropped $5 just to say, here, this is for your funeral expenses.
Oh.
Yeah. And another one told her to get an attorney.
Now, is that the same? Is that Sadie?
Yes.
Yeah, because she was already putting out there on TikTok that, yeah, she's gotten frightened and it's like, yeah, just come around, and I'll unalive you.
Yeah, she was on the Food Insecurity Board following she was removed permanently from there. Yeah. Ooh.
Like I said, what really gets me is she's been the better half of the preacher, and she's doing this stuff. She needs to get some religion going. It's kind of like what it said in the Bible. He who is without sin cast the first stone.
And if you're going to cast stones, don't live in a glass house.
Yep. And if you're going to try and build your house out of straw, make sure the big bad wolf ain't around.
Okay, now that was on GoFundMe. There's one called Give, Send, Go.
Yep, I think that's the one that I was seeing.
Yeah,
I think she was trying to raise like 20,000.
Yeah, on both of them, she's trying to raise like 20 grand. Okay, somebody else created it.
But from what I understand, she's the one that created it.
Well, on Give, Send, Go, it's not her name that started it.
Huh.
Yeah. Okay, so she is being targeted for telling the truth because there were no children of color. In other words, there weren't any blacks, Asians, or Hispanics at the camp. But I mean, that literally is a financial reason why there's there were none there.
Yeah.
If the families cannot financially afford to send their child there, they're not going to do it.
Right. And the bad part about it is Camp Mystic was not the only one
No.
that got hit. There were 4 or 5 others along the Guadalupe that got hit also.
Yeah, and there were several RV camps and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know exactly what was up and down the
the
river because I haven't gone into looking at the maps. The Camp Mystic is the one that is in the news, so it's out there for everybody to find really easily. Because
I think that's the one they're concentrating on. That one is because that's the one that got the most.
yeah, and there were 27 children missing. That the first reported missing children were the 27 girls from Camp Mystic.
Right.
Now, yes, there are over 100 people that have been found that have been recovered. They were no longer living. So when you go from when in a situation like this, they try to rescue people. If they are living, it is a rescue. If they have passed, it is a recovery. They have recovered over 100 people, and they are still pulling people out. And they will be doing that probably for a couple of years, simply because of the wreckage from the vehicles, the campers, RVs, the natural materials that were pulled down the river. So there's going to be a lot of people missing that we may never find.
Yep. And that's mainly because you're going to be having the ones that are still missing. And as far as why, probably because wild animals have found them and
Yes.
say, "Oh, we got a snack."
Yes.
But that's something that's from nature.
Yes. And there are going to be a few adults that, oh, I went missing during this, so let me just keep being missing.
Yeah.
Or some of the older teens that will disappear permanently because of whatever their situation is normally. So that is always a possibility.
And like I said, I saw there was a video. This news reporter, he was standing at one of the RV parks.
Mm-hmm.
There wasn't a single RV in there.
No, lady who ran the park said, "Yeah, there's one of our campers, 40 foot up a tree."
No, he was showing the remains of one that was wrapped around a tree that was from 2 miles up the river.
Yeah, and there's a lady, one of the RV park owners, I don't know from which park it was, she's like, "Yeah, everybody in our park is gone and we don't know who's living, who's not."
Right.
Because some people that go to RV parks don't always declare all the kids.
Nope.
You got 2 adults and 3 kids. You may not tell them you got 3 kids. And there's gonna be a lot.
Yeah, that's what makes it bad. I mean, this, it's a bad situation. And the thing about it is the National Weather Service Center, they knew all about all this storm and everything prior to. I mean, they were sending out the warnings Thursday evening. Start Thursday evening, got flash flood warning. And Now, one reporter was saying that, yeah, that area of Texas, they were saying, they'll put out a flash flood warning, nothing happens. So it's like the old saying, the boy crying wolf.
Yep.
Oh, none of the people did, Susan.
No.
Not just the little girls, but the teenage counselors,
The adults.
all the adults.
Now,
On Facebook, there was they recovered the remains of a 17-year-old girl, and she was trying to save her parents and her other siblings. But unfortunately, she lost her life.
there was a young gentleman. He was, I think he just turned 18. It was his parents and one sister. He broke open a window, got them out, and he died a combination of, he died because of the cuts on his arm.
Yeah.
He didn't die because of the flood. He died because he cut himself saving his family.
Basically bled to death. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's a tragedy that happened. I'm, sorry that, it hurts me that it happened here in my home, state. But then, like I said, you also look at, all the generosity from all the people that are donating millions of dollars
Mm-hmm.
for relief. And HEB, okay, they've got their own disaster relief team
Mm-hmm.
to send in everything.
Yep, they started rolling out that day on the.
Yeah, they were rolling out, either late Friday or Saturday. They already had trucks rolling.
Pardon me.
Yeah. So I mean, yeah, they knew what was going on. Hey, soon as something like this up, bam, they're sending out their trucks.
Yeah. I mean, it takes FEMA. It can take them a month to get in there. The Red Cross, it can take them a week because, yeah, they've got all the vehicles and stuff, but they have to. Where's the best place to send them from?
Right.
And then they have to make. Once they decide that, they have to go in. Ooh, okay, that Coke is coming back. And they have to go in to decide which trucks are best, what equipment is needed, what supplies are needed. Do we need more medical? Do we need more cleaning? What do we need to run heavy on? What can we afford to not have as much on and stuff like that? And they also have certain rules that they have to deal with the federal. Since HEB is all private, and they are not they're not on the stock market. They're not part of the stock market. They can get away with just, hey, load this truck up. We got, X amount of trucks. We need this, and this loaded evenly across the board. We got 5 trucks with grills. We're going. They can do that because they are a private owned company. They are not what's called publicly traded, which is they're on the stock market. Pardon. Oh.
Yeah, and and that was one thing that a lot of people were talking about. I know I mentioned earlier, is that cell phone service in that area, it was a hit and miss, whether you had it or not.
Yep.
And concerning the fact that all this started about 3:30 in the morning.
That's
sleeping.
Yeah, that's when all the major flooding started hitting.
Yeah, that's when it all started hitting. I can guarantee you, if 3 o'clock in the morning and all of a sudden your phone starts going off or some kind of warning or something like that, You're just gonna look over at your phone. Oh, okay, boom, shut it up, go right back to sleep.
Yeah, I may not hear it. Yeah, and the thing with the amateur radio operators is even though they're providing all the information, they may not be able to reach certain areas.
Yep. So yeah, I mean that's the whole thing behind it. It's like, it's sad that it happened.
Yeah, and the only thing we can do now is gather up and move on. Do our best to help with the help with the cleanup and everything.
Yeah.
But
What?
I'm over here looking at Facebook, see if I can find something. Yeah. Perfect coffee mug.
No.
Ooh.
You have enough trouble keeping up with the 3 you got that you use.
I've got more than just 3. Now that's Arnie.
Yeah, sorry. No, that's also me today.
Yeah, a little.
Well, I've drank 1.5 12-ounce Coke already, so yeah. Okay, you saw it on him. I know you heard it from me.
Hey, there's Frank. How you doing?
Hey, Neverboard.
I never bored.
Oh, I wish you could have been in that courtroom
Hi,
this morning.
Sarah.
Sarah, hey. Oh, and he's
There's
not.
another crazy Canadian. About damn time you showed your butt up.
Just wondering how you're doing, Sarah.
Yeah, we ain't seen hide nor hair of you or anything in chat and everything. And as they say, Coon's age.
Yeah, I sent her my panel link, and because sometimes she'll appear on panel.
Yeah.
So, hi, Sarah. But yeah, since y'all are both in here, I wish y'all could have seen the blood drain from that judge's face this morning. Oh, well, I had to go back for the judge to be, because, I got found guilty for having a vehicle that expired tags that was supposed to be inoperable, which I've already got the video showing it can run under its own power. So they wound up fining me for that, and for the tree limbs I've been trying to get cleaned up, $8,000.
No, they did 7,000. You had over $1,000 in back.
Well, anyways, yeah, it's over $8,000, and they're trying to find a way for me to be able to get it paid. And I wound up, talking to them, and this is before we go any further. I want to invoke my constitutional right and I'm going to plead the Sixth Amendment. Yeah, it's like all of a sudden, as soon as that judge heard that, he just stopped. What? Thank you. Have a nice day. And
Oh.
like just he had a gut shot, and it was like he was not expecting that at all.
Nope. You know the expression got slapped by the stupid bus? Yeah, that was about it.
No, he wasn't hit by it. He got ran over by it.
Yeah.
Because I know Sarah's not familiar with it. I don't know if Frank is or not. The Sixth Amendment means that I've got a right to be appointed an attorney. And it's costing the city.
Yeah. Now you're going to have to go and talk to somebody about that.
Yeah, I know who exactly I'm going to be talking to about it also. And by the way, there were no signs up before going in saying no audio or video recording allowed. Yeah, the judge saw I had my camera with me this time, and he said, be no audio or video recording allowed. I need to find out that was his little statement and everything was legal or not.
Yeah. Ah, how many did you have to make?
But yeah, that's, like I said, that's something that, that judge was something he was not expecting. Now, we'll admit, later this month, I've got to go into the other courtroom for that debt collector. Tell them the same thing. I'm gonna plead the Sixth Amendment. Get me an attorney.
Yep.
Hey, hey, Constitution was written for that specific, reason. If you can't afford an attorney, okay. Oh, so you just had one? All right, so that should make two.
Yeah, because yeah, because that was I was talking to her about it, so no. If he becomes the mayor, I am moving out because I am not dealing with him.
Because I'm the governor. I'm the governor of Texas. Remember?
No. You do that, you can move to the governorial mansion and I will stay here.
Oh.
And you will send me money every month.
No, because this will start being the governor mansion.
Nope.
Yep.
Governor's mansion is in the state capitol in Austin.
It got moved.
No.
But yeah, it's the city's basically doing a FAFO, and yeah, they're fixing to find out. No, I'm not telling the debt collector, Briggs. I'm gonna be telling the judge it's ruling over it all.
Sweet. Yeah, and that's the thing, Sarah. Once you get started making amigurumis, they keep coming. I've only made one successfully. I've canceled one order. I've got to cancel another, but I'm going to send them. Need to give them recommendations on who to talk to about getting what they want done.
All right, can you make me solo, please?
Oh, why?
Because, yeah, thank you. Sarah, see what I've been in the middle of making? Low-raised platform for food bowls for any mules. All right. Thank you. I'm going to be making them and try and sell them. That one right there, that was a screw up because I mismeasured on the cutting the sides and everything.
Yep.
Oh, and by the way, I can thank Harbor Freight for allowing me to have a template for cutting the holes and everything for the other the bowls that actually set in. I found the perfect thing. I got to modify it a little bit.
Oh yeah, I'm working on dishcloths now, but I also have baby blankets I've got to work on.
Now, you see what that is?
Yeah.
Paint cover, router base.
Huh.
I don't know what it is.
That happens to be the old lid for one of the filters for the HEPA filter for the shop vac.
Oh,
And it happens to be just a hair bigger around than these bowls here. And these are the ones I'm going to be using for the drop-in style.
Yeah. I do 25 or 30 stitch across and do half double, or you could do single crochet. So you would do 26 or 31 and then backtrack, do a single crochet border.
Briggs, okay, here's the whole thing. They're coming after me as a property owner. Technically and legally, I'm not the property owner. My mom is. So they're coming after me for something. I don't own the property. The county and the state say my mom is the legal owner. But they're coming after me. You want to see about going to local markets and maybe see about going and selling them online. One thing I want to be able to do, of course, I can't do it because of my hand right now, is that I've got a couple of local restaurants I want to get with and see about see if they'd be interested in the mini pallet coasters for them to use at the table. And one thing we'd have to be able to do is make sure that they are sealed and or food grade. Easiest way of doing that, get them all made, and then get a little something about yay square, probably yay deep. Put them in there. Start pouring that there's an oil. I'm trying to remember. Can't remember which one it is.
Mineral oil.
Yeah, mineral oil. Let them soak up, and then take them out and find some kind of a rack or something that's got some hooks and everything. Hook them on and let all that excess oil drip off.
yeah.
Oh, Briggs, it's also the fact is that I don't legally own the car. They're coming after me because saying I'm the owner of the car and owner of the property. I don't own the car. And legally, I don't own this house. I don't own this property here. But anyways, it's already after 8 o'clock. It's been a long day. Very long day.
Yep. And he's got buttload of dishes to bring in so I can get them cleaned.
I don't have that many.
Really?
No, not that many. But
Eh.
anyways, Arnie, you got any final words?
Yeah, I hope everyone has a good night and be safe wherever you are. There's been some wild weather going on lately.
Night, Sarah. Night, guys. Behave, be blessed. Although behaving is always optional.
All right. Well, I appreciate everybody's coming on the chat tonight. I said I'm still going to be. I'll be trying to give updates on the hand as it goes, but next time will be on the 29th. So, hey, appreciate everybody coming in. Like I said, don't forget to give me a thumbs up, share the video out, and everything. It helps the channel, especially since I'm over 1,000 subscribers now. Still got the contest running. That's gonna be running at least till the end of the month. And all I can say is right now, I've only got one person qualified for the drawing. So, but anyways, till next time, y'all stay safe. God bless. Stay out of trouble if you can. And I will see y'all at least next week. So, y'all have a good night.